Hello and what is up, my friends? It's Thunderbob here, and tonight we are checking out Hogwarts Legacy. This is the new game set in Harry Potter's magical world. I don't think Harry Potter's in this game. This takes place like 100 years before Harry Potter. But I'm excited to check this out. This comes out officially February 10th, so I have a little bit early access here. I'm going to be playing about the first hour on my PC, running ultra-wide. Pretty much everything maxed except for the ray tracing turned off. What I've read is ray tracing kind of tanks performance and really isn't worth it at this time. I might do some comparisons later, but I didn't want, really low FPS here. So everything's maxed out, ultra wide 3440 by 1440 except for ray tracing. And yeah, we're going to check out about the first hour or so. I'll probably also have a separate video up for Steam Deck performance. I'm curious how it runs on there. So I'll probably have a shorter video just showing how it runs on that device. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Looks like I have a invitation to Hogwarts here. Very cool. I like Professor Weasley too. That's a good callback. We're going to start out making our character. These are like presets, I take it. These do not look like haircuts that you would have seen on people, like, what is this, like 1890 or something? I have blonde hair in real life, so I'm kind of looking for something that's like vaguely looks like me. A little bit more freckles than I have, but that's haircut. I've had that kind of haircut before, like the longish. And I usually wore it to like the side. Wonder if I can customize it. Yeah, it looks like you can. I think I get rid of those freckles. No. Yeah, that's kind of. Hopefully there's like an actual freckle setting and I didn't just pick like... Oh, okay, you gotta actually click it. I'm using a controller here too. I'm actually, oddly enough, using a Stadia controller. Just because I unlocked it using the unlocking tool and been messing around with it. And some Harry Potter spectacles. I wear contacts in real life. Can I probably get too deep in this? I just want to see if I can actually get rid of all those freckles. I like the face, but I don't like the... I feel like there should be a... Maybe you can. Reflection, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say, that's too many freckles. We're gonna just go with like a clean face. Looks like he hasn't slept in like a month. Should I give him like a gnarly scar, or is this like, is he like Harry Potter and he hasn't actually been in any scuffles yet? Make him like the Witcher. We're gonna go scarless, I think. Alright, so we got that. Give him an afro. Depends if you're doing like, thinking about the movies. Remember in the fourth movie, they go to summer break and then they come back and they all have like much longer hair and it's never explained, and then they cut it in the next movie. I just thought that was weird. I kind of like this one. Yeah, that works. When I was born, I had really, really light blonde hair, but it kind of darkened over time. Almost kind of dirty blonde now. And I have like turquoise, blue, green. Yeah, that's kind of close actually. Give you a lot of options. I'm actually kind of impressed with the amount of detail here. Yeah, kind of like regular eyebrows.
A few cobwebs and some dust.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Yeah, that's not gonna work for me.
That was quite something. It was wonderful. I believe I'm eager to get to. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you. A few cobwebs and some dust.
It just sounds like it was modulated. Like it doesn't sound like a different. Yeah, like just the default there. Difficulty. We'll leave it at normal. I think I'd give it a last name. Sure. I'm not gonna give you people my real last name. Sorry. I'm a wizard. You're a wizard, Bob. Yeah, that works for me, I think. Ready to get started? Okay, well, let's start this journey together.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar! George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatergoers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea. As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
I'm guessing he is driving Thestrals. You can only see them if you've seen a death before. Mysterious dude following us. I like the music. It has kind of like callbacks to the Harry Potter theme, but it's kind of its own thing.
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland. Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other fifth years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar.
Isn't that the thing from the Da Vinci
It came to
Code?
me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly to keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do.
Whoa. Ranrock, I presume. Oh, he just saw someone die. That's clever. That's a really clever way to introduce them.
The key! Give me your hand!
Was it a port key?
Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But
That's
that
cool.
key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key.
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm in control now.
I'm feeling better, sir, if you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close.
It feels
We
really
might
smooth
have
at the
created
moment.
This port key.
I'm going to bring up the
Or
benchmark
why.
in just a second. I really like the way that it went from the letterbox to the ultra-wide screen. Like, I think all the cinematics for the most part are in 16:9. But then once the gameplay started, it just kind of it almost felt like the curtains in a theater expanding. Like, in my mind, that's what it looked like. I thought that was a really cool effect. I've never actually seen the perspective, when the aspect ratio changes, them actually do it in that kind of gradual way. That was really cool. And I'm going to just benchmark here in this little cave. I'm getting 100 FPS, depending where I'm looking. And I'll show you the settings here real quickly. 3440 by 1440. And I do have DLSS on set to quality. So it looks like the rendering resolution, what it's showing here, is based, I think, on your DLSS, because I can't change this. I bet if I change this to off, it'll go to native. If I change it to balance, performance, whatever. I actually like that hit me by accident quite a lot, where it shows you the rendering resolution. Not a lot of games don't, actually. I can think of like Control, I know, gave you like really granular detail on that. But I like here that it actually gives you, I'm running it here, but this is the targeting resolution it's using there. So it's rendering at 67% of that resolution and then up-resing it. Yeah, I didn't really mess with anything here. I did change the cap from 60 to 144. I'm going to leave all this stuff on for now, but I may turn this off if it gets annoying. Depends how it's implemented. And I've got everything else set to ultra. I do not have the ray tracing turned on. I actually ran this benchmark, which is not like a video benchmark. It just does like a quick blink, and then it sets all of your settings for you. And this is what it defaulted to, was ultra on everything, ray tracing off. And yeah. So what I read was the ray tracing implementation here is kind of whack. Like, it was dropping people into like 10-digit FPS at times. So I'm not eager right now to check it out. I'll probably do some back and forth later, but with it turned off, performance right now is pretty great.
Port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right, and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
Was Professor Fig like your Dumbledore, I wonder? I'm just going to turn this benchmark. I'm not going to leave it on the whole video. I just kind of want to get a, you know, a kind of a baseline. It looks like about 100 FPS. It's using 9 gigs or so of memory. I'm running a 10700K and a 3080. 3080 is limited to 10 gigs of RAM. So it's using not quite my cap, a bit under. That's good. I don't have the CPU overclock right now. I was running into a few issues, so I actually put it back to the default. But I read it's very CPU bound, but the 10700K at stock, along with my 3080 with some mild overclocking, is running this really well right now.
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Right off the bat, though, I really like the look of it. Like, the character models look really, really nice. The outfits they're wearing and the way like it kind of fits on them. It feels like they're wearing multiple layers, and like it's maybe some of the best implementation of like layered clothing I've seen in a game.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time.
You've always got to be
Hogwarts
special in
Castle
some
was
way.
built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search.
Wonder if you can fall off.
There's the path down below. This way.
I kind of want to try, but I also don't want to screw up.
But sir, why was
And
your
die.
wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
This ancient magic they're talking about, it's interesting because I've read all the Harry Potter books and seen all the movies. I don't think I've ever heard them mention this.
Enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that one work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
Tap, right trigger. I've just tapped. Some players prefer to select targets and move the avatar with the same thumbstick by disabling camera relative targeting and setting. Use your camera right stick to select active targets. Okay, interesting. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. I've read all the books, seen all the movies. Yeah, I've been to Universal Studios a number of times. It's like my favorite theme park. I'm actually, my daughter is 5 going on 6, and just started to get her into Harry Potter, and we've watched the first 4 movies. They got a little scary on that 4th one, so we kind of took a break for a little while, but we just started watching them again. And we're going to be going back to Universal in the next month or so to get the season passes, so definitely a Harry Potter household.
Ah, up there.
What's funny though is I'm in my mid-30s, and I always want to explore where they don't want you to. Look at this chest. Did I get some? Oh, get gold. Growing up, you know, I'm in my mid-30s. Harry Potter came out, the books, like, just before I went into high school, but it didn't really get popular until I was in high school when the movies came out in, what, like, 01? And I remember Harry Potter and The Fellowship of the Ring came out the same year, and hating Harry Potter, like, with all of my heart, and thinking The Lord of the Rings was such a better property. And I had never actually watched it. I don't know. It was like you were one or the other back then. Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. Look at, like, there's like no seams or anything. I love how that came together. But I was such a Lord of the Rings fan, and I still am. I think Lord of the Rings is probably, of the two, my favorite property, but I really enjoy Harry Potter now, and it started, I don't know, like 04, 05. I got stuck somewhere, and I had that first Harry Potter novel, and I read the entire novel in one sitting. Like, I didn't have anything else to do, and I opened it up, I just read, like, oh, I'll just check out that first chapter. And it was like, I put it down, and I was done with the book. And then in like a month period, I read all of the books that I read at the time, and then from there out, when everyone came out, I was watching it. I got like into the movies. Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, you can press in the right stick to target. The minimap shows your surroundings with... In the middle, this is your current objective. Press and hold up to toggle. Okay. Yeah, but I started out hating Harry Potter. Like, I can remember there was that South Park Lord of the Rings episode, and they, like, walk past the kids... roleplay Harry Potter instead of Lord of the Rings, and they're like, haha, fags. And that was like me. I was like, you like Harry Potter? That's so dumb. And then I read the books, and I'm like, I've seen the error of my ways. They're actually pretty awesome.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
I wonder who that is. This era is not very well, like, talked about or written about in the Harry Potter series, so I feel like they have a lot of freedom to kind of tell whatever story they want here.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
I noticed you don't have, like, a mana pool. So it seems like these basic attacks, at least at the moment, you can just cast them as much as you want. I think they use cooldowns, from what I saw in, like, the trailers and stuff, for your, like, more advanced spells, and you kind of have to cycle between them. Explore the ruin. So it looks like there should be, like, a little path over here looking at my My mini map. Yeah.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking?
I'm definitely very excited to check this out on the Steam Deck also. Without ray tracing, actually, performance is pretty great right now. Curious when you get into, like, the
What's
Hogwarts.
this? Professor Fig!
It's like the mirror from the Philosopher's
How
Stone.
odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
Did I touch it? I wonder if that's the room of requirement.
What in Merlin's name?
I bet you're in
Godric's
that room.
heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
It kind of looks like the Goblin's bank. Yeah, and that's a goblin right there. Interesting.
Hello?
It can't be.
Harry Potter?
Just a moment. Ooh. Where are we here?
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank.
I've been inside there at
Vault number
Universal.
12, I presume.
Precisely.
If you haven't gone there, it is a magical experience.
The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close.
Yeah, they actually have a ride where you go on this
After
thing.
you.
Takes place during the Deathly Hallows when they go visit the bank. It's a pretty cool ride. I like the Forbidden Forest ride better.
Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service.
I'm still in control of the
You
camera
want to
here.
Take a breath. A what?
Going underwater.
That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite
I wonder
a
if you come
distance
back
to
here
go.
later. Like, there's always a heist in these Harry Potter movies and books.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
I bet that guy's gonna report to the Bat Goblin. Yeah, I feel like
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the porky container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that? We were just wondering about that goblin back there. He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore.
I'm gonna see if they do that
Here we are.
thing with the borders again at the screen. Watching for it. That is so cool. I'm very impressed by that effect. I don't know why. I've never seen them do that in a game before.
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today.
Oh, I'm getting 130 down here. I may actually cap this because you can see there's a pretty big fluctuation in the FPS there. I prefer to be stable, you know, like stable at 90 or 100 or something rather than bouncing around. Wait, there was a chest over there. It's definitely a long intro.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
Curious when I get to have free reign. Like, when do you get the open world? When do I get my broom? All that jazz. But I use my... I bet hitting him is not a good idea.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
And this is how we start the death.
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps.
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Leave your wand and ready to this thing. Have to learn the spell. Okay. I'm controlling it with the left. I thought I was controlling it with the right stick. It's interesting. It's like kind of emulating
Revelio.
like
There! I
the,
saw something.
the flick of your
Move a
wand.
bit closer and try again.
A door.
Cool.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw on the port key container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out?
We're
Do
gonna
you
fight
think
some
this is some
dudes.
sort of test?
I do. But to
Revelio.
what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
One thing I gotta say that I really like is this game has pre-caching of the shader. Another game that did that recently was Dead Space, the remake, and I think it makes a huge difference. A lot of these games have really bad shader stuttering, and this pre-caching always helps and largely eliminate that problem. So, good on them for
I
including
see
that.
something up ahead.
What is it?
A lot of games
That glow again.
lately
That on the
have
floor.
not, like Callisto Protocol, Midnight Suns, both had really terrible stuttering, mostly due to that shader caching not being a part of it, and like you have to build the shaders over time, and then that gets better.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue?
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is.
You're gonna get a cool
The
sword.
reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait, when you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
It's like a clever mechanic for learning the spell. I'm glad you don't have to do that every time you cast it, though. That would be very annoying. Alright. Hold right trigger and Y.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection's turning towards me. It does follow the light.
We're gonna have to fight this guy, aren't we?
Look out!
Potato!
Accio! Defendo! Levioso! Deposo!
Levioso Deposo.
Confringo!
He's got all these cool spells. What do I get right now? I just got like one attack. I think there's a ton of spells in here. Like I was reading some reviews and it sounds like there's probably dozens and dozens of spells and combinations. You can only carry or like equip so many at a time. So Y has like that shield that comes up. I think that's a really clever mechanic. Like when I was watching some of the gameplay, it really seems like it feels like you are a wizard. Like you're casting spells, you're lifting people up, you're breathing fire, and like you can turn on this shield at will. Oh, it wants me. I didn't even see the little thing in the bottom left. I'm gonna die during the intro here. So you just like tap to do your basic attack. I wonder if you hold it to like do a charge up later or something.
Revelli! Professor! Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go?
It's a tester.
What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere.
It's like Elden Ring, always following the path.
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
More gold. I want some cool wizarding gear. I want to get like a cloak of invisibility.
Ah, that's where they're leading me. That glow again. Protego! Lumos.
I need to do. Weird that they're not. Oh, I gotta do Revelio.
Suppose I'm on my own this time. Lumos.
And then I gotta do. Looks like I gotta do them one at a time. Or maybe...
I need to align these statues with their reflections.
Do I have to do them all at once? Yeah, so I just had to get in the right spot.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here.
Is there any kind of cooldown on that? Like, it seems like I can just almost spam him. I don't see... Like, on the UI, I don't see anything that would prevent you from doing it. Hold wide or potato to stun any of the stupid fight contact. Okay.
Potato. Stupid one.
Oh, there is some timing to it.
Stupid one. Stupid one. Potato. Stupid one.
So, the little symbol comes up. That's kind of, it almost feels like Arkham. Like, it's Harry Potter Arkham style, where that game always had, like, the counter mechanic, but it would have that symbol, because a lot of time you'd be fighting guys, like, the other direction. And, like, the only way you'd know that you're about to be attacked is because of the symbol.
Potato. Stupid one.
I did it too early there. Oh, you gotta roll too. I hit the Y button.
Potato.
I gotta get the timings better on these.
Revelio.
That is just back here. Pulling the gold so far.
Lumos.
That Lumos, it looks really cool. Like the, I wonder with the ray traced lighting how much different it would look. On the Steam Deck, I'm definitely going to use the back pad for sprinting. I always like to use that. Is that the, what do they call it, the pensive? You can see like a memory in it.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin.
Pensive.
That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder... Follow my lead.
Dumbledore. Nah, it's not.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have them.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
I don't think you're supposed to fight here.
I know a way out.
Get out of there, idiot. Come on.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
Just peachy.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here.
That theme, the Hogwarts theme.
Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Oh man, who are they gonna put me in? This stirs all kinds of feelings in me. I feel like there hasn't been like a really great Harry Potter game ever. Like, I just want to attend the school and like have an adventure. There we go. My FPS just dropped. I could like tell.
Good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony.
That's going back
I'm
up.
no expert, but
Interesting.
that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
It's weird that he's like a 5th year being sorted for the first time.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
That must be an ancestor of Sirius Black. And his family was always Slytherin, I think, until Sirius. He was like the first Gryffindor, if memory serves me right.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
So I'm thinking like ambition Slytherin. Loyalty could be Gryffindor, but it also could be... I kind of want to get into Gryffindor, but I don't want to like game it either. I'm guessing Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin.
A sense of adventure? I like to think that I'm not afraid of anything.
Oh, but you're brave at heart, exceptionally daring, undaunted by the unknown, willing to forge ahead alone when you must. Perhaps you belong in Gryffindor.
So it'll let you still choose. I wonder if there's any actual, like... I feel like I want to go to Gryffindor just to see, like, you know, the common room and everything. I just cheated. I did a quick Google, and it seems like it doesn't really have a lot of story implications. It's more or less like, you know, the aesthetics, your clothing, your colors, those sort of things. Gryffindor is just the coolest. So Slytherin, I don't know, that's kind of cool too. I'm gonna go with Gryffindor.
Possess a willingness to forge ahead alone when you must. Better be Gryffindor!
It's weird whenever the videos start, the FPS tanks for about 10 seconds. I wonder if it's hiding some kind of loading. Is that Hermione? It looks like Hermione. I know it's way the wrong time period, but...
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
What?
Enough.
That's some BS
it's
right
not
there.
as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
That means GTFO.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
Weasley.
well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
A lot of familiar names.
It's
I guess these houses all go back
to
pretty far.
begin as a 5th year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor?
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
The paintings definitely look pretty accurate
Now,
to the description
go
of the
in
book and the
and
movie.
get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
The ghost. Hogwarts really hasn't changed much in like 100 years. I guess there wouldn't be any major innovations because they have magic to BS everything
Looks
back
like
to normal.
everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
It's so cool. It's like one thing I read in the review was like there's just stuff to interact with and find and loot just everywhere, and like the attention to detail, and like every square foot, you know, feels like there's something to look at and interact with. Very eager to put time into this. I'll probably be stopping the video shortly. I really wanted to get to like where I had some freedom to explore, but I also don't want this video to be like 2 hours long. So we'll give it like another couple minutes. Kind of hope it opens up here.
Revelio.
I want to steal some. I wonder if you were in Slytherin if I could have like robbed my fellow housemates. That's my room.
Now, which way is the common room?
Yeah, this place is like a maze already. I gotta get to level 1.
Hogwarts in your 5th year.
I'm right here. You guys don't have to talk about me.
Revelio.
Like there's already stuff to interact with. Can't do anything with it though. There's like a fire symbol. I don't think I have maybe the required spell just yet. I want to see with lots of characters on the screen. Still getting 100.
Nelly would do anything for attention.
Let's go talk to the Hermione
That's
stand-in.
not right. I really thought I had it.
Revelio.
This chest.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there? A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without... I'm just going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was...
Do most students know how to...
Not at all. I'm simply trying to get...
But why will let you skip ahead?
Well, good luck with it.
You as well. Enjoy...
Sita. I'm guessing it's wanting me to introduce myself to, like, the core, like, friends.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things... Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness. Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat. Not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon, word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother, but...
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around.
You never know.
I really want to get to the kind of outside. Where is last buddy?
It'll be the next butterbeer. Sure you don't want to try it?
The Weasley.
Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
Oops, I hit Y there. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well, and she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate...
Well, it was not...
Pleasure.
Nice meeting you, bro.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Alright. Why is, like, the entryway so small? I never got that impression,
Good
like,
morning.
reading the story.
I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
It's a book.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will...
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer. Walk with me and we shall...
Okay.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
I might turn on that ray tracing after all. It's running like so smoothly at the moment.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that paint.
Revelio.
Or Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
So that was what I was needing to have for the things in the common room. Each challenge has tiers, special rewards unlock at each tier you complete, from appearances to critical upgrades. Okay. Rewards must be claimed from the challenge menu. Come back often to collect rewards you have unlocked. I kind of hate when they make you go into something to, like, it feels very gamey and like a games as a service kind of thing. I really employ that a lot. Something in gaming I kind of am being turned off of lately.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
I bet that's a person.
Revelio.
Oops. No one even cares that I'm casting magic in the halls.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker.
Oh, those are like
Field
fast
guide
travel.
contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Hogwarts is divided into two main areas. The left side of the map is where students and professors live and include the House Common Room and the Great Hall. You can see the blue flames built on the region. Green represent flames you've discovered. Gray reveal locations undiscovered. Okay. Academic points of interest including astronomy library and greenhouse. I'm not going to remember all this. So obviously fast travel is a thing
Here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as...
You mentioned
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain. You should be able to find all of the schools. You will also, I imagine, enjoy...
Thank you.
Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier...
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the event. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Should I tell her? She seems cool. I'm gonna tell her.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping... Speak of the devil?
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spell.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details?
Of course.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field and invaluable to me.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me, and we'll see.
Okay, that's enough.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our part... Did I hear you and Professor Weasley...
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time, and she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map?
Sure. Get lost in the castle. I may need to use this charm compass and foot guide to help me. Quests are locked by a spell and or level requirement. In these cases, you need to. Okay. Track a quest. Arms class, defense. Alright, let's do that.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead. What with you'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exception. I shall reach out when I have more. For now.
Alright. Yeah, when I stepped out of there, FPS went from 100 down to like 60, I noticed. Interesting. It definitely seems like when you transition from one area to another, there's a bit of a dip. I'm assuming it maybe has to do with like loading the next area or something, and then it kind of evens out. And probably some areas, like the big open areas, probably are just not as optimized too, but... I love there's just like magic everywhere. Crazy stuff happening like in every corner. It's like Mad-Eye Moody's eyeball.
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
So I'm assuming classes are mostly like you learning new spells with some minor kind of story elements to them. It's a flick and a twist to the wrist.
Levioso!
Leviosa, not Loviosar.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Okay, so if you hold the right trigger...
Levioso!
Good! Now, the basic. Well done!
Levioso! Levioso!
Cool.
Levioso!
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want...
Is that my Draco?
Using only Levioso, basic cost, and Protego. You may begin.
I'm gonna kick this guy's butt.
Protego.
Nothing lucky about it.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
I do enjoy dueling. All my students for this adept.
I just kicked his butt. He didn't even touch me.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Well, you didn't give me much. You didn't even touch me, bro. Look at my smug face. I'm like...
I put you on the spot.
I just put that
and
guy
you
down.
rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as evermore.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Again, well done today.
I'm assuming
All right. That's
the loop here is like you probably go do some adventures, then you do another class, and then...
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
And the...
You dueled
in
Sebastian.
the book and movie, I
He's
think it
strong
was.
competition. Well done.
I enjoyed that. It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? Well, look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower.
I like that Slytherins aren't just assholes. Like, I always felt like in the Harry Potter series, like, it would have made more sense to have some, like, reasonably good or nice Slytherin. Like, they're supposed to be ambitious and power hungry, but they don't all have to be assholes. Like, the only kind of good ones I can think of are like Snape and Professor Slughorn.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
I think I gotta go to the next class. Really wanted to just finish these classes
Off on
and then
another
go check out
adventure, are we?
Hogsmeade, and then I'll probably end this. It's probably gonna be like a 90-minute video.
Protego.
Man, without the compass, I don't know how I would find my way around here. So, I mean, even with this compass, I'm...
Away from me! Not now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago.
What was that?
If I could undo all that happened that day, I would. I cannot do this for all eternity.
That's the bathroom. Those are really cool. Gotta get... Probably need an unlocking spell. I find it weird at times. There's almost like a fogginess. Like, you see that? And it's almost like... It feels a little buggy. Like, it kind of comes in and out. It like blinks in and out of existence. It doesn't seem quite right.
Now?
Almost like a really badly implemented
Professor Redmond
bloom.
tends to go on a bit. It's so much. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
He got me.
Well,
He is very
it seems
animated.
that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Oh, I didn't hit the A. Ah, it still gave it to me. Akio.
Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice.
Oh, I just wanted to skip that dialogue. Okay. Whoops.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
You get to play Quidditch? Is he building like a Quidditch pitch?
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm Accio at the last possible moment. Now, think of the... Stay focused.
It's like that that arcade game.
Very good.
Ah, that sucked.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Whose turn is it first?
Let us see this.
Oh man, she got 50.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Too far, too far. Stop. Ah!
Don't lose your composure.
Watch this.
Can I mess her up? I want to interrupt her spellcasting. Yes, see. What the heck? Okay. Still never gonna catch up to her.
There we go.
Accio.
Oh, can I knock hers out? I didn't even think about that.
Quite impressive.
Accio. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Wow.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
Yeah. I wish it was a little bit faster paced here.
Accio.
Okay. Thought I was getting knocked off.
That's it.
Here we go.
Nice. Beautiful.
I thought I had that.
Okay. I think I got this.
Nicely done. Watch this. Phew.
Accio.
Beautiful.
Splendid.
In your face.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Not gonna go to Hogsmeade. I really want a broom.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year.
Wagadu?
My mother received an offer to teach divination here.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or...
This may seem an odd question, but...
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of...
It's nice.
Interesting.
Of course.
They really don't get too much into wandless magic in the
A word,
book.
if you would.
So
Protego!
Well,
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to it. What charm is there in... You did well, managing to...
Thank you, Professor.
Miss Onai is always a... Now, Professor Weasley has asked that... Expect to hear from me soon.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Not that guy.
Revelio.
I am.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your ability. Well, better see to my charms homework.
That's it? I thought she was gonna, like, have something more for me.
Revelio.
I see a chest on, like, the mini-map, but I don't see it.
Accio.
I tried to transfigure my pot.
The Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it's Peeves.
I won't say my goodbyes.
That's not how I imagined him.
Says you're telling
I'm not telling lies, Peeves.
Well, I think this will probably be the end of this first video. I'll probably play some more and maybe do another video kind of when I get to the open world aspects, and also do a video with more of the Steam Deck. But yeah, I didn't want this video to be too long, but I think this is a good first part. Definitely enjoying it. It's like the most realized Harry Potter, wizarding world experience I've ever seen. The attention to detail here is pretty incredible. Characters are interesting. Like, I'm definitely eager to see more of this world and the story and what's to come. So I'll definitely probably do some follow-up videos. And yeah, if you're playing this, if you got some thoughts on it, let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out some of my other content. I've got a ton of coverage of new games, VR games, classic games. And if you like what I'm doing, please do like, subscribe, and just thank you again for watching, everyone. Have a great night.